What do you think? Which one of these will win our poll this week? Will it be strawberry or blueberry? Let me know in the comments down below who you think is gonna take the cake. Alright, let's get into it. Strawberry, also known as strawberry, comes to US from the kingdom of fruits. She is the daughter of the chief royal baker and has always wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps. From the time she was little, she would help her mother make all kinds of delicious cakes for the king and the queen and all the other nobles in the kingdom. And because of this training, Strawberry has become one of the best bakers in the land, specializing in making cakes that are not only beautiful to look at, but taste absolutely divine. Her cakes are famous throughout the kingdom, and the people will travel for miles just to buy one. And because she's so good at what she does, Strawberry can put pretty much anything she wants on top of her cakes. And let's just say that she really likes putting herself on top of her cakes. Yep, when she makes a cake, she always decorates it with little chocolate chips. Andy then puts little dollhouse furniture on top to make it look like she is having a tea party. How adorable is that? Although she loves to bake and decorate, deep down inside, Strawberry wishes that she could do something more important than just make fancy cakes. She feels like there must be something out there that she was meant to do, something that will make her truly happy. But for now, she's stuck in the kitchen, baking cakes all day long. Blueberry, also known as blueberry muffin, comes to US from the kingdom of vegetables. He's a very healthy and athletic guy who loves to play sports, especially basketball. Blueberry is very confident and outgoing, and he is not afraid to show off his skills. In fact, he is always trying to find ways to impress others with how strong and fast and smart he is. Blueberry believes that he's the strongest vegetable in the land, even though he's never actually competed against any of the other vegetables. He thinks that he'd be able to defeat them all if he really tried. But some of the other vegetables don't seem too impressed by Blueberry's boasts. They think he's just full of himself and they don't take him seriously. But Blueberry doesn't care what they think. He's going to keep training hard and one day he's going to prove them all wrong. Blueberry is a very determined and motivated person. He sets goals for himself and then works hard to achieve them. This has paid off in many ways. For example, because he eats healthy and exercises a lot, he is the strongest vegetable in the kingdom. However, sometimes his determination can be a bad thing. For example, when he was younger, he was so determined to win at basketball that he didn't listen to his coach and he ended up getting injured. As children, Strawberry and Blueberry went to the same school, but they were in different classes, so they didn't know each other very well. However, they did meet a few times at recess and they always got along well. They would play basketball together and Strawberry would cheer Blueberry on while he showed off his fancy footwork and slam dunks. He was amazing to watch. But it wasn't just Blueberry who was good at spots. Strawberry was also a great soccer player and she would score goals almost every game. Despite being in different classes, Strawberry and Blueberry kept in touch with each other and they would often hang out together outside of school. They shared a lot of the same interests and they both loved playing sports and video games. And although they were different in many ways, they were also very similar in others. Both of them were kind and caring and they always tried to help others. And most of all, they both had a passion for life and they were always excited to try new things. One day when they were playing basketball, Blueberry accidentally threw the ball too hard and hit Strawberry in the face. She fell to the ground and started crying. Blueberry was so sorry. He didn't mean to hurt her. He rushed over to her and asked if she was okay. When he saw that she was crying, he felt terrible. He knew that he had made a mistake and he was hoping that she could forgive him. To his surprise, she did. She told him that accidents happen and that he shouldn't feel bad. She stood up and brushed herself off and then they all went to go get some ice cream. As they sat so eating their ice cream, they started to tell about how much fun they had been having together and how much they enjoyed each other as company. They realized that they were more than just friends and that they had feelings for each other. This made them very happy and they couldn't wait to see where their relationship would go. Over the next few years, Strawberry and Blueberry's relationship grew stronger. They started dating and they did everything together. From going to the movies to playing video games, they were the perfect couple and everyone in the kingdom could see how happy they were together. Of course, there were some bumps along the way, like when Blueberry's mother didn't approve of Strawberry at first, because she thought that she was too girly for her son. But Blueberry and the Strawberry didn't let this get in the way of their relationship. They knew that they loved each other and that was all that mattered. In the end, Blueberry's mom came around and she became very fond of Strawberry. One day, Blueberry proposed to Strawberry and she said yes. The whole kingdom was celebrating their engagement and everyone was looking forward to the wedding. It was going to be the event of the year. But unfortunately, the wedding never took place. On the morning of the wedding, Blueberry woke up and he realized that he didn't want to marry Strawberry. He didn't know why, but he just couldn't go through with it. He tried to talk to Strawberry and he explained how he felt, but she was furious. She couldn't believe that after all they had been through, he would break up with her on her wedding day. She felt betrayed and heartbroken and she didn't know what to do. In the end, Strawberry decided that the best thing for her was to move on from Blueberry. She knew that he would never give her the time of day again, but she didn't care. She was determined to find someone new who would love her as much as she loved him. As for Blueberry, he was left alone on his wedding day. He had lost the love of his life and he didn't know what to do. He spent the entire day moping and feeling sorry for himself. But eventually he realized that he needed to pull himself together. He was the prince of the vegetable kingdom and he had a responsibility to make his mother proud. So he put on a brave face and tried to act like nothing had happened. Years went by and Blueberry never forgot about Strawberry. He still thought about her often and wondered how she was doing. He knew that he had made a mistake breaking up with her, but he was too afraid to admit it. One day, Blueberry was walking through the forest when he heard a familiar laugh. He turned around and saw Strawberry talking to a group of friends. She looked happy and healthy and he couldn't help but smile. He wanted to talk to her, but he was too afraid. He knew that she would be angry with him, and he didn't blame her. After all, he had hurt her deeply and he wasn't sure if she would ever forgive him. One day, Blueberry gathered up all of his courage and decided to approach Strawberry. He was nervous, but he knew that he had to do this. He walked up to her and said hello. At first, she was shocked to see him. She couldn't believe that after all this time, he was finally talking to her again. But as soon as she saw how sincere he was, she forgave him immediately. They talked for hours that day, and it felt like no more time had passed at all. Blueberry apologized for what he had done and explained how he felt. Strawberry listened patiently and then she told him that she forgave him. They hugged each other tightly, and Blueberry knew that he was the luckiest vegetable in the world. After the day, Blueberry and Strawberry became best friends again, and even though they both had moved on from each other, they were still in love. They knew that they were meant to be together and that no more one else could understand them like the way that they understood each other.